So how do you take a company that is immensely successful, a leader in the category? How do you get them in the leadership team to operate in a very new way over time? Because I imagine you have to evolve with the times.
It's a great question. In fact, it's very timely. Our fiscal year ends in July, and tomorrow and the day after, the CEO and I are taking our S team. These are the top 36 people across the company, senior vice presidents and up, and sharing with them what the operating plan is for the next year and the next 3 years. And the number one topic on our mind is, gosh, to your point, and through this team's and our employees' great work and our customers' trust in us, we've been immensely successful. But you gotta, when you hit a summit, you gotta have the mindset that this is my new base camp, because you gotta get to the next summit. You can't be like, this is a summit, and where do I go from here? And that's the mindset we have at the company. And the conversation the next 2 days, as I was actually thinking through what my opening remarks are going to be when I spent the first hour kind of setting the tone for the meeting, is going to be our success has made us incumbent in certain fields. Yet, where we are trying to go, where we need to take this business, we need to continue to engage as disruptors. And that comes down to two things in my perspective. One is velocity, and the two is focus. And velocity and focus, when put together, leads to top tier execution. So that's going to be my mindset all around. How do you continue to have that fire in the belly, that hunger to be the disruptor, even though in certain of your core markets, you are truly the incumbent?
It's so funny you say that, because I've worked at smaller tech startups my entire career, and we would always put the big company, the incumbent, on the slide and say that's who we're going after. It's got to be a weird feeling to be the incumbent, but still need to have this spirit of always disrupting yourself.
So true. If you just look at our run rate right now, about 20 billion in revenue, 40% plus non-GAAP margins, about 8 billion of EBIT. That's a pretty attractive pool for a lot of hungry startups to come after, right? Intuit is the one that needs to get disrupted. And the way you keep yourself from being disrupted is you have that same hunger, the same fire in the belly, the same ambition to win, the same speed, the smart risk taking that those companies have. But then you layer it on top of the fact that you have access to capital, you have this amazing large base, so that becomes a differentiator. But I truly agree. My time in investment banking, we used to have, as we were talking to younger companies, we always had the incumbents that were kind of categorized as slow and, air quotes, lazy and easy to disrupt. I want to make sure Intuit is not that. We are barely 40 years old, but we act like we are still teenagers. And I want this to continue for the many, many decades to come.
I love that. That gets me pumped up. Run the Numbers is a mostly LLC production. Yelling an intro by Fat Joe. Artwork by some AI thingamajig. Podcast and video editing is done by Cleancast at cleancast.io. Nothing said on this podcast is intended to be business or investment advice. It's the sole opinion of me, a guy who feeds his dog too much ice cream and has a history of net operating losses, LOL. If you like this podcast, please hit subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And also check out mostlymetrics.com. That's my newsletter where I explore business models and financial metrics. Thanks for riding with me. Share this with your friends. Peace.